Students, welcome to class 24. Okay, so today we'll go for the next concept, that is your Wacker's process. Very important, this also, Wacker's, W-A-C-K-E-R, Wacker's process of oxidation of the alkenes to aldehydes. Okay, of alkenes to aldehydes. Okay, oxidation. So in the previous video we had learned regarding the hydroformulations, which is very important concept, okay, and very important examination point. So today we'll go for the next, that is the Wacker's process. The name itself says this was proposed by Wacker, W-A-K-E-R, W-A-C, Wacker Chemie, okay, in 1950. So this was the first oreximid, SMIDT. Okay, so this was proposed by them in 1950, where you can see that the ethylene molecule C2H4 was converted to aldehyde. Okay, was converted to aldehyde, or I can take in this way. You take any alkanes, and if you treat this with oxygen in the presence of Wacker's catalyst, that is PdCl4 minus 2, okay, PdCl4 minus 2 in the presence of CuCl2, you are going to get this CH3CHO aldehyde. Okay, so what is this now? This is your Wacker's reagent. Okay, so PdCl4 minus 2, PdCl4 minus 2, okay, or CuCl2. Okay, so these are the two reagents used in Wacker's process, where this is called your active catalyst. This is your active catalyst, and this is called co-catalyst. This is called as a co-catalyst. Okay, so here palladium is in +2 state, here copper is in +2 state here. Okay, so why this co-catalyst is used? Because in the process you can see here the palladium +2 is converted to palladium 0. Okay, so this is what happens in the catalytic cycle, where palladium +2 is converted to 0 form, and this 0 form is again converted to +2 by your cobalt, by your copper here. Okay, so copper +2 will convert palladium to palladium, oxidize palladium 0 to palladium +2, and itself gets reduced to +1. So that's why this co-catalyst is used in this process. Okay, so this is what you have to keep in the mind. So here not only aldehyde is produced, but also if you take oxygen as a intermediate, so you are going to see ketone is also one of the product got in this Wacker's process. Now there are three major, okay, reaction or steps in this Wacker process. That is the first step. In step 1 I can give that you take it as a PdCl4 minus 2 catalyst works on to your ethene molecule C2H4 in the presence of water molecule to give your aldehyde CH3CHO. This is what, and remaining what happens, palladium will convert to 0 state, plus what happens, Cl is liberated here, so you can take it as a 2HCl plus 2Cl minus. Okay, so 4Cl, so 4Cl is there, ethene molecule is there, water molecule in the presence of this, so you get aldehyde here. This is a major step 1. Now if you see in step 2, what happens, now palladium whatever is obtained in 0 form is converted by this CuCl2, which is in +2 state, plus 2Cl minus, so 2, what is your 2 CuCl, so in +1 state. That means your copper here is converted to +1, that is +2 to reduced to +1. In this term, this palladium is again oxidized to +2 state, that is Cl4 minus 2, like this, where oxidation is +2 state. This is what happens here. And in step 3, so you can see this reduced CuCl, which is chloride, where +1 state is there, so it will react with the oxygen half O2 in the presence of HCl, whatever here it is we have generated here, and to give you the again the original, that is CuCl2. Okay, and with the CuCl2, just I will, yes, Cu Cl2 and with water molecule is been liberated here. Okay, so this is what happening in this case. These are the three steps we are going to see here. Now if you see the overall reaction in this case, now what you do here, if you go on cancelling everything will be cancelled, and if you see here, so remaining is C2H4 will react with your half O2 to give you CH3 CHO, that is your acetaldehyde. This is your final reaction will be there. So if you go on cancelling this two Cl cancels, this cancels, so you just this will remain. So this palladium cancels, this palladium cancels. Okay, CuCl2 cancels, this CuCl2 cancels, like this everything will cancel. You can do it, and you can see the final net reaction will be ethane reacts with half O2 giving you this aldehyde as well as aldehyde. So this is what happens here. Now if you go this into the cyclic form, so we'll start with here, new page. Okay, now so I will start with this catalyst PdCl4 minus 2. Okay, PdCl4 minus 2. Now what will happen here, so this will be, now this PdCl4 minus 2 is a tetrahedrally coordinated. Okay, it's a tetrahedrally coordinated, and if you see the electronic configuration for palladium and chlorine 4 minus 2, 16 electron species. Okay, it's a 16 electron species. And now what will happen here, so there is the introduction of your alkene CH2. Okay, so in this case since it is saturated, one of the Cl will go out here. Okay, and you get this compound like this, and you are going to get your PD is here, and you can see here one chlorine is out here, so I can take it as a Cl3, and now here this is going to be added here, so you are going to get this compound minus charge. Okay, so this is a pi coordinated complex is going to obtain here. Now there is a role of water molecule now. Okay, so there is a role of water molecule, and the OH is going to be liberated here, and this OH is going to attack for here like this, in this case for this carbon here. Okay, and you are going to see when this is introduced into here, and you are going to see the new complex. So this will be like that, Cl3 PD. Okay, and here what will happen now, I will just make it CH2 and OH is going to attack here, so it will be like this now, CH2 OH. Okay, minus 2. Okay, so this is what happens here. Now palladium with Cl3 is as usual, and this CH2 this OH liberated is going to attack here. Hydroxo complex is going to form here with the CH2 OH double bond is going to break, and minus charge will convert to minus 2 charge here. Okay, so this is what is going to form here, where now this becomes the alpha and this becomes the beta. So next one is what, so this will now get eliminated, that is beta hydride transfer is going to happen. Okay, or elimination, so that is your beta hydride elimination or transfer, you can say. Okay, so this one, and this is going to form one of the hydrogen is been from this here beta hydrogen. Okay, one of the hydrogen is going to transfer, and it is going to bond with the palladium like this. Okay, so I will see here like this. Okay, and what you say here, though this will be now and when this is been attached here, one of the Cl is going to be out here. Okay, one of the Cl is going to be out. I will write here like this. Now what will happen here, 2 Cl is going to be remained here out of 3, so 2 Cl is remained here, and you can see again, so since one of the hydrogen is been removed from here and attached to here, so there will be again the double bond created here, and as usual, so there will be now CHOH, and here it is CH2 double bond CHOH. So from which one of the hydrogen here, so it is transferred to here like this. So this is the new compound is going to happen here. So next you can see from this condition, so there will be 1,2 migratory insertion. So this hydrogen will be introduced into in this case now here. Okay, so this is what happens here. 1,2 I will write here. So this is going to be introduced now into here. Okay, so 1,2 migratory insertion is going to happen. 1,2 migratory insertion is going to happen. Okay, and along with this, when this vacancy is created, so one Cl is being introduced, and you are going to get this compound now. PD is as usual here, palladium is here already. Okay, now this carbon is here, and here one hydrogen introduced, so you get here CH3, and here CHOH. I will write it as here. I can write it here in this way, CHOH, this way I can write. Okay, CHOH, and here as usual, so palladium will have the 3 chlorine. Palladium will have the 3 chlorine. One introduction of chlorine will be there, and I am going to get this intermediate, final intermediate. Now there will be you can see the bonding breaking here. So what happens here now, this bond is going to break here. Okay, so this bond is going to break here. This will liberate here like this, and you can see, so as a result you are going to see here, so now whatever the required product is there, CH3CHO. So I am going to get here, I will write it out. Now from this I am going to get CH3CHO, whatever this is there, I am going to get the product here, CH3CHO. Okay, so CH3CH double bond O. Now this is liberated in the form of H minus. Okay, and this will react with this Cl, which is 3. So one of the Cl, so I will write here, with that I am going to get one molecule of HCl along with 2 Cl minus. Okay, 2 Cl minus like this. So finally see here, so this 2 Cl minus is over, along with 1 Cl, this hydrogen reacts to form HCl, and you can see here this whole molecule will be eliminated, reduced to elimination, to form our required aldehyde here, and finally palladium is in the 0 state here. Finally the palladium is in the 0 state. Now finally, now this palladium will react with your 4Cl to give you PdCl4, the required one. But during this case what will happen, so the use of our catalyst, that is your Cu, is going to take place here. So where you can see here the 2 Cu plus 2, okay, whatever is there is converted to 2 Cu plus 1 here. Okay, so the copper plus 2 is reduced to copper 1. In that case it will oxidize PD0 to PD plus 2 here. So it will oxidize here, and now this copper is again reoxidized here. Okay, so copper plus 1, whatever is formed, is oxidized here by your oxygen here. Okay, so that is your half O2 plus 2H plus. Okay, so half O2 plus 2H plus, so giving you H2O, like this. So like this, so Cu plus 2 will reduce to Cu plus 1. In turn PD0 is oxidized to PD plus 2 here. Okay, and in turn Cu plus reduced form will be converted to Cu plus 2 oxidized form by the oxygen here. So half O2 plus 2H4 forming the water molecule. Now here completes your cycle, this cycle. So this is how the cycle, we call it as a Wacker's process of oxidizing the alkenes, whatever the internal alkenes we had taken, to aldehydes. So what we got it here. So this is a super very beautiful cycle. So in a simple way I have given you, so you can practice this. So not only this, you are going to observe that apart from this, there is the generation of ketone also. Okay, so once again you can see here, so PD plus 2 minus 2 means here plus 2 state alkenes introduced. One of the chlorine is out here as the vacant site is created, so you get this alkene complex. Now water molecule is there, so definitely this nucleophile is generated, and this nucleophile will attack now here. So double bond gets broken here, and you can see here this is going to form a sigma bond here now, and you are going to get this compound here, is it? So CH2 CH2 OH. At this point you can see the nucleophile is attacked here, and you get this charge here. Now this what happens now, it becomes very easy for the beta hydride elimination, and one of the hydrogen from this is going to bond with here, so like this in this case. Okay, so hydride elimination is taken place this way. So one of the hydrogen is going to bond with this, and remaining, when this hydrogen is removed, double bond is created. So double bond and CH2, and here one hydrogen is gone, so CHOH is there. Now what happens now, that is 1,2 insertion will be there. So the 1,2, so 1,2 insertion of hydrogen is taking place here, and we are going to get, when this is introduced, so here in this carbon, so I'm going to get the CH3 here, CH2 CH3, and this carbon remains as such CHOH, but this we have taken like this CHOH, and finally rearrangement takes place where this bond breaks here, palladium bond breaks. Okay, and this whole, and here double bond is created, CH3 CHO, double bond C double bond O is created, and this H will react with one of the Cl to get HCl, and this 2Cl will remain ionized, and finally palladium will be in the zero state here. So this is what, and because of this only we are using co-catalyst, that is your copper plus 2, where copper plus 2 now oxidize this palladium 0 in the presence of Cl minus to PD plus 2, and in turn it get reduced to Cu plus 1, and that's why now the role of oxygen comes here, half O2, so it will oxidize this Cu plus 1 again to Cu plus 2. In turn water is generated, where this water is utilized in this case here, so like this. Okay, so in this way the cycle goes on repeating, and you are going to get a good amount of aldehyde from the you can say the catalyst. Okay, that is PDCl4. So this process we call it as the Wacker's process of getting aldehyde from the alkenes. So this is what, now not only this, now it is going to give you ketone also. So okay, so it is going to give you ketone also. For example, the condition is very much important here. So if you take this compound, and if I take in this way, 1 2 3 like this. Okay, and if I treat this with, okay, so this is a double bond, here is a double bond, and acetate is been here attached, and if I take now this intermediate PDCl2 O2, okay, PDCl2 O2 CuCl2 in the presence of DMF. This is given in one of the paper. Okay, so PDCl2 CuCl2 is means what, your Wacker's process, what we learned here, but in that he has given you O2 here. So here free oxygen he has given you, that means oxidant is used here. So any, if you used oxidant, okay, now here oxidant is used here. This is very much important. So if this case is been given here in any of the reaction, so there will be the formation of ketone. So the same product I can write it here. So what I am going to get here is 1 2 3 OAC. Okay, so here same thing. So here there will be generation of now ketone like this. Okay, and this will be as usual, so like this. Okay, so this is what I am going to get as a major product. This I am going to get as a major product like this ketone. So this thing you have to keep in the mind whenever there is oxidant given. So this is going to convert into the ketone. Okay, so alkenes are going to convert into the ketone. So sometimes they give you benzoquinone also. So benzoquinone, okay, or sometimes they give as oxygen like this. Okay, oxygen or benzoquinone. So it is also termed as your oxidant, and you have to convert this into the ketones. Like for example, in one of the concept, in one of the paper, he has given this alkene CH3, okay, CH double bond CH2, okay, CH3 CH double bond CH2, and treated with half O2 like this, Ca. Okay, now definitely there is oxygen here, there is oxygen, oxidant is used here, and this is there. So ultimately you are going to get both the product here. So there will be CH3 C double bond O CH3. So there will be definitely acetone will be generated, and along with this you can see there will be aldehyde CH3 CH2 CHO, CH3 CH2 CHO. So this is what, okay. So always you have to keep in the mind, because in the mind that whenever oxygen is given, free oxidant is given, it is going to convert into ketone, okay. Like in one of the paper, so there is a this compound like this, okay, and the reactant given in the arrow mark is your PdCl2 along with CuCl2 O2 and DMF H2O. These are all given, okay, DMF H2O, and this is arrow here. So all this end product is been given for, so you have to go for the options here. Now you have to see here oxidant is already given here, O2, okay. So definitely when this is given, you know that so product you are going to form here is somewhat this product like this, okay. So this is going to convert into ketone here like this in this form, because you can see here that there is oxygen here, so which is one of the reactant used into this what you say into this reagent here. So this is what we are going to generate here like this, okay. In one case he has given this is one he has given like this, okay. See here, alkene is attached into this one compound, and again the reagent used in the arrow mark was PdCl2 CuCl2 DMF H2O like this, okay. This much here, this much only is there. So what happens now, what will be the product generated here? Now you can see here PdCl2 is there, CuCl2 is there. Definitely this is a Wacker's reagent, this is a Wacker's process reagent along with solvent DMF and water. So there is no as such oxidant used here. So definitely what will be the product, you can guess, the product will be aldehyde. So product will be aldehyde like this, 6 member, okay, like this, okay. And you can see here, so this will be something like this, this will be gone here, and you get here CHO aldehyde like this, okay. So this is what you are going to get like this, so this is going to convert into now aldehyde, not ketone here. Why? Because oxygen, nothing oxidant is used in this case. This is a pure Wacker's reagent is used, and you are going to get this this compound, okay. So this is how the Wacker's reagent is used, okay. In some of the examples, in one of the examples in the paper, we have seen that something, this compound is there, chair form like this, okay, something like that. Then so given like this, something alkene is there, this way it is there in the this one. This is a one compound here yes, given this way, and again here there will be PdCl2 CuCl2 is mentioned, DMF is mentioned, H2O is mentioned here. So this is a compound along with this and nothing is there, so this is alkene, okay. and this is mentioned here. So definitely you can see here again there is no oxidant as such used here. So definitely what is that you are going to get here is again your same thing. You can take it like this, something like that, and here like this, and you are going to get here, break it, and you are going to get here aldehyde like this. Okay, so this is what you are going to get here. The alkane is going to convert it into what is that, aldehyde like this. Okay, so this is in one question paper is asked. So like this, when you have to see the reagents, so reagents is important here. Okay, and you can convert it into this. Okay, so like this. So like what we can use then again, yeah, one more question I can take it here. Let me see. So one of the question is asked in this way. Okay, one keto, cycloketo is there, and along with reagent LDA, and this is bromine is there like this. Okay, and what is the product is got here, A, and this A product when treated with your PdCl2 in the presence of H2O O2, okay, and CuCl2 in the presence of this one, you get B like this. Okay, PdCl2 H2O2 CuCl2 B you will get, and finally this B product ET NaO sodium ethoxide, what is the product like this. In one paper he has given in this way, see. Okay, so this is how in some concepts they are going to use. So here what will happen here, so LDA is a very good proton abstractor here. So here proton is there, acidic proton, so definitely it is going to abstract a proton here, and you are going to get a negative charge here like this. Okay, and in this what will happen, this is going to attack for this here in here. Okay, and this double bond is going to shift here, and this is going to be out, because bromine is a very good leaving group here, and finally you are going to get A product in this way. Okay, so here it will be like this as usual, and here it will be something like that. Okay, and here like this. This is a product what I am going to get here. Now this product he is asking as treated with this here. See here, this reagent he has given to give B product. Now you have to see here again. Okay, so your oxidant is used here. So definitely when oxidant is used, so what is going to form, so there is a ketone is going to form here. So this will be as usual like this, and you are going to see here, so this is like this, and you are going to get a ketone group like this. This is your product B. See after this. Okay, now what he is asking you, he is asking you that sodium ethoxide NaOET is used to get C here. What is C? So NaOT is nothing but your something it's a removal of the water molecule, and you can see the final product something you are going to get is like this, something like this. Okay, then double bond is there, something here, double bond like this. So this is your final product you are going to get when it is this is treated with your NaOET, sorry, ET, sodium ethoxide. So like this is the final product you are going to get. Cyclization is going to take place here. Okay, so this is what C double bond O, CH3 CH2. So what happens here, this CH2, okay, and this CH2 and this CH. Okay, so this is going to like this, and a cyclization is going to form, and you are going to get this product like this. Okay, so this is how about the use of the Wacker's process. Okay, hope this is more than enough for the process of Wacker's process in today's this one, and some of the net questions also CSR we learned in this video. So in the next video we'll go for the another concept, that is Monsanto acetic acid production in the next video. Thank you.